I'd love to kind of start from the beginning about you becoming a mom at 16. When you found out that you were pregnant, what were you just like terrified? Like what were those thoughts?
Oh man. I did. I was 15.
Wow.
So, good job, Mary. Yeah, 15, first guy I ever had sex with, and
Oh, wow.
there you go.
Wow.
I was just in shock, honestly. Like I had no idea what I was gonna do.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, did you were you just like, I'm pregnant, I'm keeping this baby, this is mine? Did you ever think about like giving the baby up for adoption, or like what, like, did you ever have those thoughts?
My mom tried to get me to give the baby up for adoption. I don't know why, because I'm not anti-abortion at all. Like I just it wasn't an option for me. I was raised Catholic, but that still didn't. I knew a bunch of my friends that had abortions and stuff, and it wasn't like I judged them or thought that it was wrong. I mean, in certain situations, I mean, there's always like, women's right to do whatever, but I just couldn't do it. I can't explain it.
Yeah, I think you knew it was the decision that you had to make.
Yeah.
Wow.
Don't know why.
Was your family, after you decided you were going to have the baby and raise him, was your family like supportive of it? Were they like, goodbye? What was your relationship with them?
Oh, it was tough for a while. I think my dad, like, I just love my dad so much, and he's such a sensitive person. I think just seeing him just cry, and just the disappointment, it broke my heart. I mean, that right there, like my mom didn't have to do the yelling. I mean, she did, but she didn't have to, because I mean, it broke me just watching his baby girl just like disappoint him so much. And so, but they were good about it after that. Once I decided, I mean, obviously mad, and tried to teach me a lesson kind of well, really, but for my whole life, really. I mean, but they did it for a good reason. They were just like, no, you chose this, and we're not going to watch him for you to go out and party or go out with your friends. You're a mom, be a mom. And so they were very, very strict with me. However, if it came to school, or because I went to college right after, and I never went to a party in college because I didn't have a sitter and couldn't afford a sitter. But if I were for school and I did clinical work and I had to be down like at the hospital, like before his daycare opened, then my dad would pick him up and he would take him to the daycare and stuff. So they would help me make sure I would further my education and stuff.
Okay.
But they would not.
Not for partying.
Not for partying, not for having fun. They're like, you gave up fun when you had your kid, when you got pregnant. So
I was going to ask if you were able to like finish school, or like if you just had to go like straight to working. So
no, I did. I did finish school. Just got loans, and I worked like 3 jobs. I really didn't see my son that much when I was younger, because I had to go to my classes, and then I would go to another place for clinical work in a hospital. I did radiology, a radiology tech. And then I would work in a restaurant at night. I was a waitress. So I slept about, I don't know, 3 hours a night, maybe. Yeah. Gotten a couple wrecks from falling asleep at the wheel.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
So when you got pregnant, was your son's dad involved in the slightest? Was he like, peace out? What was your guys' relationship there?
He was there at the time, while I was pregnant. Cheated on me while I was pregnant. Great guy. But still, he was there for our first couple months.
Okay.
He, around 6 months old, he just, he did something really stupid, very dangerous with my son when I was at work. And so I just, he had to have a supervised visitation at that point. And then he wouldn't really come. He would come and just try to talk to me the whole time and not visit with my son, Austin. And so my mom was there. Now she's like, no, this is your time with your son. focus on him, not her, because we'd broken up at that point.
Got it.
Okay.
And so then I would make myself scarce whenever he was over. So that couldn't happen. And he just stopped showing up.
Okay.
So but around, the last time we saw him was probably around when he was a year old.
Was that the last time you like talked to him or?
He called one time, years later when Austin was, he must have been around 9, maybe.
Oh, wow.
And no, he was maybe 7, something like that.
Okay.
And he called and he was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" He got my number from somebody else. I was already out in California because he's back in Indiana. And I thought, oh my God, he's like grown up and matured. He wants to be involved now. And I, was getting ready to get married to my first ex-husband. And he called and just started asking questions. I'm like, where's he going with this? But never brought my son up. And I was like, I don't know what you want me to say. I'm like, he kept saying, "What are you doing? What are you up to?" It's like, I'm just taking care of Austin and, just working. And he's like, oh, Austin, how is that kid? Oh my God. Oh, Austin. Oh my God. How old is he now? Like, I was like, he literally forgot he had a child. Like,
got it.
I'm laughing, but this is
no,
so
I know
bad. I don't
because
know what to do.
it's laughable. Like, how I don't even, is that possible? I mean, apparently, but
Guys sometimes like
I mean,
that's insane.
So no, that was the last time I heard
Right.
from him though. And
Right.
then it went straight back after that. I was like, he's
for the
good.
best.
Still
He's
the
good.
same.
Yep.
hasn't changed?
Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. And so, yeah, he, that was last, then he went back to, okay. So, went back to what I was doing and stuff. And then, okay, bye. Never heard from him again.
All right.
Okay. Moving on.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, that is wild.
Does that answer your question?
It does. It answered it more than I thought it would be answered.
Yeah, I bet you weren't expecting that.
I was not. I just that.
How is that kid?
Yeah. Literally that kid. I was like,
It's just it's absurd. I've literally never heard of that before.
I hope you never do again.
Oh my gosh.